Hello and welcome back to another Galaxy of Heroes video. In this one we're going to be discussing the mods I'm going to be using on my first order team and some recommendations for you guys. All my mod data has been taken from swuggo.gg and looking at the top cuts from like Kyber and is it Erodium, the second one? Just so you can get a nice gauge of what people are actually using. And I bet you're wondering why we're on Princess Leia. And well, that's because this is where I'm going to be storing my SLKR mods until I unlock him. Because I'm never going to use Princess Leia. And then when I've unlocked SLK, I'll be like, right, I just know to take them all off Princess Leia and put them on. So there's two sets I'm going to go for. I'm going to get 4 offense mods for the, what's it called? Offense mod set. And 2 healths. You can also swap out the offense for speed. Just depends on your preference. I want that extra offense on mine. But of course, on the, the square and the diamond, it's always going to be offense and defense primaries respectively. And then on the arrow move for speed, you could also go for offense as well. I suppose if you want a bit of a slower SLKR, but speed is always the best really. On the triangle, you want crit damage. You can again put offense on there, but the crit damage, you get more crit damage than you do offense as a percentage. So I would go for offense for crit damage. Sorry. On the what's this shape? My shapes go out my head whenever I'm doing these kind of videos. The cross, I'm gonna put offense on mine. So we want an offense primary. I don't think I have any really that I want to use. But anyway, this offense will be just fine. Can put health there as a second option, but I think the offense you want him to hit very hard your SLKR. And finally, you want health percentage rather than protection percentage or anything else on the circle. And that's just because Galactic Legends with each relic amplifier, they get extra max protection and max health, I'm pretty sure. So that's why you want the extra health. Because max protection, of course, based off the character's health. And what you want on your secondaries is as much speed as possible for every single one of these characters. So I'm not going to say it throughout the video. I may drop it in there every now and again. But you want as much speed, and especially on your SLKR. If we have a look here at my best mods, you can see that I took time on my Sith Eternal to get the best mods and the best speeds that I can on the secondaries, just because you want them to be as quick as possible, you want to be as strong as possible. And then with your other stats as well on here, as you can see, I've got a lot of health and offense, which was key for me because that's what I'm modding him around mainly. This one's not as good. It's not an ideal mod. You're not always going to have ideal mods, especially if you're a free-to-play player. It's just not going to happen. I promise you, unless you're spending all your crystals and money on more crystal refreshes and things, it's just not going to happen. Having Jabba helps as well. On this, I've not got one yet, of course. But this one, again, we've got that extra offense, which is nice. Defense, you can't go wrong with. Tenacity don't really matter too much on a Galactic Legend. You can't be stunned, which is nice anyway. But yeah, you want as much speed as you can. It's like these ones, I've made sure to hit speed on the on my first, how you've got one on each when they're grey, and then you get an extra stat when it goes green. I've made sure to hit speed on that, just so I know I've got a nice little baseline anyway. So let's move on swiftly to the first order. So again, Princess Leia is my SLKR, because of course I don't have him yet. Still waiting, probably like a couple of months, I will say. So let's scroll all the way to the top. I didn't even need to scroll, and there's blue stacks clicking for me when I didn't even do that myself. So let's go down to the first order. So yeah, of course, Supreme Leader Kylo, not got him yet. But one day, soon he will come home. So for hooks, we've got speed and tenacity as the sets. Tenacity, I just don't want him to get stunned. He's got that mass assist, which is amazing. Mainly, I can't remember what his other ability does, to be honest. I've not really used him that much. But again, speed on the speed on the primary. What you want with hooks is him to go as often as you can. There is a reason why that I can't remember. If we have a look at his ability, it's a suppressive fire. Against turn meter, adds advantage, you lose it. Dispel all buffs from all enemies, which is always nice. And then call all first order allies to assist dealing extra damage. So that's why we want him to go quick. He gets that mass assist gaining extra damage. So again, of course, offense and defense here. You want as much speed on him, so my secondaries aren't great, as you can already see, but we want him to survive. So we've got protection and extra tenacity just so he can't be stunned. It's quite a simple mod set again. You want speed. My mod's not great. That mod's nice. That's not bad. But all my other ones, I need to remod them. None of my mods are going to be great just because I've shoved on what I have so far. I will take the time to, especially for the SLKR squad, I will take the time to farm it up. All crew, you need that survivability. It is key. I've got a triple health set, but a defense set would not go amiss. It would be great. We've got lots of extra health and protection. There is a way to see what I actually have if we go here. Yep, here. So we've got an extra 18k health and 41k protection. You just want him as survivable as possible. He's your main tank on that SLKR team. He'll soak up most of the damage, so it doesn't matter how quick he is. Really, you could throw a couple of your slower mods on if they are that are kicking about in your thing. Again, speed's not as important here. I like the speed arrows on most of my characters. The only one who doesn't have one is Sif Eternal. You could probably put like a protection one on there. I'm pretty sure you can get. I'm pretty sure was protection. Yeah, so you can get protection arrows. You could do that if you want, make him even like stronger at surviving. But yeah, triple protection set here and speed, maybe protection if you want it. But he doesn't have to be your quickest character, but it obviously extra speed is nice because then he can get those stuns out on his halt ability. What's he called? Sith Trooper. We've got that health and offense set. He does extra damage based on his health, I'm pretty sure. I don't know where it says it. It does say it somewhere. I'm pretty sure. It says it somewhere. I know it does somewhere. Oh well, I can't find it. But he does extra damage off of his health. I'm like 99% sure of that. So you can mod him for more health if you want. I like mine with the two offense sets and one health set. I think it's a nice split there. We've got the speed because we want him to go and do that AoE many times we can. He's got the cleanse as well, which is nice. Crit damage, again, offense could go there on the triangle. We've got offense down here on the cross. It's very nice. Not really anything else. You could go with health, but I like offense, and then it should be, I've got protection. This is one of those cases where I do want to remod it. I want a health set there, I'm pretty sure. Is the best outcome. Defense, offense, nothing too crazy there. But yeah, want as much speed on the secondaries, as much offense as we can get on secondaries. Like we've got an extra couple kicking about here. The percent is always better than the actual number. Always does more. But yeah, that's Sith Trooper done. Let's move on to Phasma, who isn't really too an important character. I feel like when a character doesn't have a specific thing they need, you just throw speed and health set on them. So I've just got, you want it to be as quick as possible and survive. It's as simple as that. So we've got protection spread her out here because she's not a massive damage dealer, so we don't need that crit damage, no offense. She doesn't really need the tenacity or the potency, so it's just I feel like protection is like the baseline. If you don't know what to put on a character, just shove protection on them. Gives them all that extra, survivability. So just defensive things, not too bad. Protection, defense, offense, and speed. Cats Phasma, a very basic character to mod. Next up, we've got Kylo. The same again goes for here, really. You want as much, I think he recovers health and protection if he has his Zeta, so it doesn't really mind which one he's got. So I've got a nice little split there of offense and health and protection. Just split one of each between the triangle, the cross, and the circle. That's because he regains the extra health and protection with one of his Zeta. Well, with his Zeta, I think he only has one. Not this one. On Outrage. Yeah, 50% damage and recover protection. Oh, it's just protection. So maybe just throw the protection on. If he takes reduced damage from percent health damage effects, which is nice as well. So that's why I've got the health on him. I remember why now. So I've got a nice split for that reason, because he takes less damage from the percent health effect, so it's not going to do as much damage to him from those. The protection there for the recovery and the offense there, because if I ever do solo with him, especially in like 3v3 against some dead team, then he has always got that option. Crit damage and crit chance set for First Order Special Forces TIE Pilot, probably the most useless character out of the lot, but we just wanted to deal all that extra damage. Deal special damage, which, doesn't do anything with Armor Pen Datacron, so we just want all that crit damage we can. Speed, crit damage, health, and protection. Honestly, you do want a offense cross here, but again, as you can see, with no speed secondaries, this is just a mod I threw on him because he's a pilot, and I wanted the mod on him. I'm not really going to use First Order Special Forces TIE Pilot at all, if I'm being quite honest with you, so this is just like a trashy mod set. That's quite nice, actually. I might take that off him, to be fair. But yeah, very, very basic. Crit damage, crit chance. Definitely get an offense on this cross, not a health set. It will do you like a world of good. First Order Executioner, is it? Let me quickly read through these abilities. Against max health. There we go. That's why the health. I knew there was a reason there's health on this guy as well. Gains that extra max health stacking every time he lands a crit, which is why we've got a health set and a crit damage set. I mean, crit chance is honestly not a bad one for this. Crit damage is always nice, though. You always want that extra damage. But you could go with crit chance just so he's stacking up that max health even more as the battle goes on. Offense, protection. Very basic attacking mod set here with these trio. I've not really spoke about these three mods very much, being the square, the diamond, and the speed, but just because they're the same between every character. It's mainly the triangle, the cross, and the circle that differ between your characters. So yeah, the most basic like offensive mods that you can get being crit damage, offense, and protection. You can't go wrong with it. I think it's going to be a very strong character. You could mod it for health, but I just prefer the protection in some cases. Just because I get a bit more survivability out of them. Like, we just get that a little bit more for the 23% compared to the 16% or whatever it is on the health mods. So we've got Storm Shooter. We want this guy to be absolutely beefy. So I've got a health and defense set. You could go for a triple health set. Could go for a triple defense set if you want. But this should be protection. I didn't have a protection cross yet. Not managed to find one of those, so I just shoved the defense one on for now. But eventually I will change that to protection because it is much better, a protection one. So we want triple protection. Again, he's like Crew. You could grow with a protection percentage here for the primary rather than speed because he doesn't necessarily need to take a million turns. But again, I just like the speed. You want the secondaries to be as defensive as possible. Like, this is nice. A couple of defense ones there. That was not so great. A night defense there is nice. Defense. You know, it's nice. Even though that is the exact same one I was just looking at. Meant to look at this one. But protection and health, you know, nice. Want him to be very bulky because we want him to, you know, because he's our backup tank really to Crew. But we want him to be which one is it? The return fire. He has the counter chance, so we want him to be hit as much, like soak as much hit so he can give out as much. You know what I mean? So that is very nice. Crit damage, crit chance now for First Order TIE Pilot. Again, the same as the First Order Special Forces TIE Pilot. He's not really too great of a character. He's got a very simple kit that just deals damage. So we want, I'm guessing, crit damage, offense, and protection here again. Yep, very basic. Speed there. We want as much offense as we can on the secondaries. I'm not going to spend too long talking about him because he's very basic. Exactly the same as the Special Forces TIE Pilot. First Order Officer, we want to be quick. I've got potency on him for some reason, but I don't know whether that's just because it's a spare set or what. I mean, he grants tenacity up and offense up, so I'm imagining that's why. Extra crit damage chance. You know, potency is always nice. So we wanted to be quick because First Order Officer's main ability when it comes to being in an SLKR squad is passing that turn meter back to SLKR. Other than that, he's quite useless. He don't really do much else. So we just wanted to take as many turns as possible. So you wanted to be extremely quick. Like, that's a nice mod, having 16 speed. You know, my speeds could be better, but again, I just threw sets on just so I could show you for this video mainly. But yeah, defense, protection. You probably want a protection one again. So we just wanted to survive and be quick. It is as simple as that for him. 255 speed is not bad, but we want even more if we can get it. We always want that extra speed where we can get it. Is that the last character? It is. So basic modding tips now. We want, honestly, you want to get like all these characters up to 6-dot mods. Oh my god, just press it once. We want to get them up to 6-dot mods because most of them are, I think all of them might be pilots apart from X. Is he a pilot? On the mods page. Is he a pilot? I can't remember. No, so I think all of them are apart from Fox. So you want us all at least 6-dot mods on them. I want you to take the time to farm them. I don't care what else you've got going on. You need to farm those mods up because it gives you extra speed boost on your ships if you get those 6-dot mods. So take the time to do that, especially on Hux, mainly because he's the capital ship pilot. But other than that, if you want, go on sugo.gg, have a look at what mods are kicking about on there as the best mod sets. You know, read them all, see what you think's the best. Go with your gut if you want, but make sure they've at least got mods on them. But I think that is everything for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. You can always unsubscribe later if you want to, and I'll see you guys in the next one.